Guys, hi. I just want to say that hope you're having a good week, and I want to explain this assignment on this video. I am assigning the media paper this week. You have two options actually. The first option is you look at a healthcare issue that's displayed in the media. So it could be COVID and how it's been covered in the news and on even in I noticed in some TV shows that I've watched the last couple of years, people are wearing masks. Or I remember in This Is Us, they were going to somebody's house and they said, "Oh, I'm vaccinated," which was just interesting that they would bring that up. Or how mental illness is portrayed in media, in movies, in shows. I'm thinking of the Batman with not the one that just came out. I haven't seen it. I just heard it's too long. But the one I think before, where he seemed really insane and crazy, and how media can portray things like mental illness. Is it fair? Ask, are solutions presented? Or is it just the problem? What do you think of the proposed solutions? Is it important to, when you observe media, to take it with a grain of salt? Like, think about how it is covered, okay? Focus on a healthcare issue of your choosing. Discuss how and provide evidence for how the issue is depicted in different media stories. What do these stories tell us about the mediated conceptions of health and illness? We are sometimes sold this idea of sickness in many ways. So just think about that. Develop that in your own mind and see if you want to deal with that. Body image. How is that portrayed in the media? There's a lot of places you could take it. In your paper, you'll discuss current public health and medical research, speaking on your paper on your issue of choosing. Current media research, speaking to that issue as it's been discussed, a description of the media and your observations within it. And then compare how the presentation of that issue in the media compares with what we really know on the outside with research. So is it backed up, this particular example that you use? So find an example, look at it, look at the perspective, look at the way they portrayed it. Did it line up with the research about that or not? And was it realistic? Was it helpful? Was it useful? That type of thing. Okay. 3 sources with at least 1 scholarly article to back up your ideas, as well as ideally you use a theory from the book. And it's 6-page paper with a bibliography page, so 5 pages with the bibliography. The second option is a literature review on a health topic of interest. So you will find 3 articles, scholarly articles, to further research anything that has struck your interest regarding health in this class. So I have heard people say, I never really thought about this until this class. This fascinated me. Just this week we were talking about assisted suicide and the right to die. Is that something that fascinates you? That would be a good topic. Perhaps your grandma wants to know more about social support after her recent diagnosis with breast cancer. Maybe your best friend wants to know more about the stigma associated with MS. Or maybe your dad wants more information on a new prostate cancer campaign. Choose an audience and content that calls for your expertise based on topics that we've covered this semester. So the key here is you will craft the beginning portion of your paper to reflect on the health communication research, and the final portion will be reframe it in a way that is suitable for your audience of choosing. So the first half of your paper, like 3 pages or whatever, is you're going to discuss it, this issue, and use sources to back up your research. And then the last 2 pages are going to be kind of like presenting it to more of a lay audience, meaning not healthcare people, but just somebody that is a patient or a person that's dealing with this issue. How would you explain this to them in a way that makes sense? Okay? So use 3 sources in here and also have a bibliography page. I hope that makes sense. I know it sounds a little convoluted, but it's all there in the syllabus. Okay? I also had a person ask about the health journal. You have been doing the health journal by the discussion questions. There's 10 of them and they're worth 5 points apiece, which is 50 points. And that is your health journal that you've been doing. So you've already been doing it. So I hope this made sense. I feel like I didn't do a good job explaining it well. Please call me if you have any questions. Thank you.